Good day, everyone. Today is the 16th of July, and we're currently at market open. We're at an S&P at this high, at this low, on this little fake here. On those internal highs, there's no S&P. We tap onto a higher time frame feeder ray. Whoa, that was quick, bro. That was quick. I'm not expecting us to just displace like that lower. Because I was bullish for the day. It's really ripping. I'm not gonna take a short, guys. This fourth makes sense, but it's not really an S&P. But we are holding a higher time frame bearish S&P, guys. We'll see here. So we're holding a higher time frame bearish S&P and S&P 500 tap on this bearish leader rate that I'm expecting us to reject. Not sure if we're gonna have an entry here. I don't have much conviction on shorts, but it seems like that's gonna be the draw because it was already an S&P out of this highs right here. So this short does make sense. Theoretically, this short does make sense. I was just not focused on taking short for today. My target is internal range liquidity. No, I'm not gonna trade this little scalp. Oh, I think the abandoned is lagging. But I do think it's probably the draw right here. It's internal lows. It just makes sense, right? This might be the draw. As I've said, I wasn't looking for any shorts for the day. Only long. Currently, we are having a bullish S&P. We have a nice opportunity for long, so we're definitely taking it. Again, we are having this higher time frame for value gap. Yeah, I do think we're gonna have a bullish S&P with S&P 500. That's just placing a lot lower. Oh, this one is the 830 low. And this low right here is actually the 804 low. Oh, which is down here. All right. Yeah, seems like we're definitely gonna have a bull S&P. This is a zone I'm expecting to react onto. I already took that low. Yeah, I wasn't looking for shorts, guys. That's for sure. But it seems like we're gonna be just rebalancing. Currently holding this bullish S&P here. Currently holding this bullish S&P. Need to see strong displacement to the upside, and on this one, taking mainly this equal highs, or these external highs, more or less this equal high for you. So if I ever take longs on Nasdaq, I'm just gonna chill out right now. Do we have internal S&P 31? Yeah, we didn't even have internal S&P. It's giving me more conviction to actually enter this trade. If you have the CASD right here, pretty much rendering. Was quite slow, kind of like the displacement. But yeah, we're currently holding an internal S&P, already filled this gap. It took this internal low with an S&P. So we do have an external S&P. We also have an internal S&P. As you can see that this 931 low kept, and it was taken way up here. But yeah, shows that let's see if this order block holds and give us a nice reaction. As much as possible, want to see just a quick displacement out of that order block. I want an SMT. For sure, we're gonna have an SMT on this low, so it seems like S&P 500 will be coping with that. I want us to take these lows. I just really wait to just take this low, stop on this higher time frame order block, because it just further validates my draw for the day. Not liking what I'm seeing here at the moment. Yeah, it seems like we're gonna be respecting this gap. Let's see if we close above it. So this is where we need to close, guys. So I want to close here at 9:45. Yeah, close above that 9:45. Just gives me the, even more conviction that the draw is higher. It's not like inverse gaps and stuff, so there's no like displacement to the downside. There's no clear displacement, guys. Maybe if we displace above this, as long as a 3 minute gap. But yeah, I really want to take this low with an S&P. For sure, there's gonna be an external S&P, but what I mean is, we're already having a higher time for external S&P. So we're gonna have even an internal S&P out of those lows. Currently, this low from S&P 500 is just holding really tight. But yeah, I want this to displace a lot lower. And so this strong displace into the upside because we are generating a lot of sell-side liquidity right now. I mean, low resistance liquidity to the outside. I doubt you're gonna be taking that low, right? So I want you strong reaction out of this order block. I've been entering on this inverse number. That is our change state. Seems like it's really gonna go on the macro as well. Just gives me twice the conviction. But it's great. Take that low. Nice. That low is taken. Right, guys? So as long as we inverse this gap, I'm entering. Like strong displacement. Maybe like internal S&P if you can. Okay, that got rejected by a tad bit. Yeah, I'm good with that as long as we're gonna have like an SMT out of those. Maybe Nasdaq takes this low. Not liking displacement to the upside here, but let's see. Just be patient, guys. Patience is the name of the game. Okay, we took this low, took that low as well. Bunch of internal SMT out of this order block. Like here, this is like money. You can just take that out. That is money. Then like turtle soup this bit. Take that low, then give a strong displacement to the upside. It's just gonna be game over at this point. The money gold right here, this is just gold. It's like golden money. Takes okay, got taken. Don't say the draw is like a lot lower, bro. Don't say that. I really really aiming for this London lows. I already marked them as pretty big lows. That's how confident I am that the draw is higher. Okay, that's nice. Pretty nice, pretty nice. But there's no S&P. We took this low, also took this low right here. There's no S&P though. But if you can inverse this gap in one candle, then maybe that's it. This is also, by the way, gonna be 950 macro. Pretty positive in my longs, guys. I'll be starting this internal range liquidities, trading a 15-minute DPR. That's not good. Like there's placement. But they're slowly forming. Because look at this. All of these low resistance liquidities. It makes sense. We'll see. Macro is about to come in. You can have like strong displacement to the outside, but as much as possible, I want to clear S&P. But okay. But we now have an internal S&P, guys. See if this holds. If you have an S&P at this high, 943. Well, we have an S&P, bro. Why am I looking? Oh, it's an S&P right here, boys. It's my fault, bro. I was too logged in at longs and there's actually short setup. We're too locked in for longs, guys. I had a wrong analysis for the day. I thought we are gonna be extremely bullish, but I was wrong. Became pretty bearish. Saw that? And actually anticipate this. This is just a perfect setup right here, in my opinion. Just target internal range, liquidity, it's more than anticipating any sort of shorts. It's a great setup if it's okay. Dang, I was too logged in for long, bro. I wasn't. Saw this S&P. I'll be updating you guys whether it's gonna be a trade today or not, but we had an accurate analysis for the day. I was pretty bullish. Yes, we were expecting bullish theories, and we are bullish on the higher time frame, but we ended up rebalancing, which makes sense. Price always rebalances. And we also have holding higher time frame bearish S&P. Yeah, I was bullish because we have a higher time frame external bullish S&P. We also had a higher time frame bullish S&P out of this low. Got taken out. Where was that? S&P, this one. Have this lows. Those S&P have this lows, but it did play out on the, I think PPI. Yeah, that PPI today. And that's why we had this huge ass straight candle. Mainly for me, two valid ports here. First, this port over here, KSV. We already had a bearish S&P in place. We didn't have internal though, but we already have a higher time frame bearish S&P put in place. And while we're displacing lower, we're also having S&Ps at this. You can see 932 highs remain untaken. So just so the draw was definitely lower. But yeah, this was the first opportunity. Second was this one is, but I didn't technically because I didn't take any sort of trade, but I was pretty hyper fixated for long. And yeah, and for me, there's no clear setup for shorts unless you're really looking for shorts. This one is clear, decently clear one if you're really looking for shorts. If you're holding a higher time frame bearish S&P out of open, but we have created no resistance liquidities over here, which is good. This this thing just looks yummy, if you will. If price will present a nice long setup. Again, my trading block, so it was 10, 10. So by the time it reaches 10, 10, there's no more trades. Hi guys, currently it's 10:09 and pretty much off the trading block. But if this guy goes bullish with change state delivery, this is a BPR. Should I take it, guys? What do you think? It's literally a BPR, guys. It's literally a BPR. And you can see the displacement to the upside is pretty strong. Oh shit. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be watching that. We inverse the gap, this one candle, kind of BPR. Oh guys, I'm not taking this trade, but yeah, I have strong conviction. It's definitely going higher. They got this highs, but outside my trading block. Unless we have a retrace, like a nice retrace and react out of the training state to the fair value gap. We also had an internal SMC and a higher time for external SMC, but it's not just the retrace and a fundamental gap. There's a slight bearish SMT out of this highs. This is a BPR, and it's for me just intended to hold. So if ever I'll take this trade, it's gonna be something like this. Aim for this internal highs. That's gonna be my trade if ever, but I think I'm just gonna be watching this. But yeah, I'm just gonna be just forward testing this, guys. Yes, it's outside my trading block. Then break even at this high. That's all for today, guys. This is what we have today. It's gonna be a no trade day. I was pretty bullish, but I think right now the bullish order flow will happen, but it's outside my trading window. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Hope you find this video valuable and beneficial. And it's just a reminder, not all days is you have a setup in line with your strategy, and you just gotta follow that. Not every day is a trade day, and these are one of those days. Definitely looking forward for trade today, but I was looking for longs, but the draw was lower and rebalanced the PPI news. Hi guys, it's currently a forward test time. Literally out of my trading window. Tap onto the PPI that was say we were going to be forward testing. That held. And another thing about on S&P 500, we tap onto that something look like VPR on this NASDAQ trade and on an S&P on those lows. At the same time, doesn't make sense to go for long once you just trade like it's a little here, but the price presents it that low came the S&P out of their lows. Still tempting me to take a trade, guys. It's enter, bro. It's like another entry for me. Oh my gosh, this looks so good, but yeah, it happened outside my trading window. Got nothing to do with this. This forward test become a banger. It's not inside it. Yeah, this is it, guys. It's gonna be it for today, and I'm not gonna provide any updates for this forward tests, but pretty positive for this external range liquidity. 948.5 was just this. Pretty positive with that. Yeah, it's all stay far and stay disciplined. Exactly.